This episode of Capes and Lunatics is brought to you by Tweaked Audio. Get awesome headphones, go to tweakedaudio.com and use the coupon code Southgate to get 30% off, free shipping, and a lifetime warranty. Or you can get there through the link on our website, southgatemediagroup.com.
This is Perich, and you're listening to the Capes and Lunatics podcast.
I'm Kelly Thompson, and you're listening to Capes and Lunatics.
There's a thin line between heroism and madness.
Here the line fades to nothing at all.
This is a world of Capes and Lunatics.
And nothing is off limits.
Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Capes and Lunatics, episode 158. I am Phil. Joining me as always, that learned red man of New Jersey,
Charlie the Professor Esser.
And first there was armadillos and dogs. Now we're adding chickens and ducks and anything else on old Nick Hellfire's farm. It is. Little Hellfire.
On mute.
On mute. Can't even do sign language. The camera's on, you know.
She didn't like my stories about, the tales of ducks and chickens and turkeys that
milkmen
do not get beloved by their homes.
All right, hopefully Lilith won mute because there she is. Hopefully she'll be back.
She'll be back. She'll be back after these messages and a word from our sponsor, Hunt a Killer. Would you like to hunt a killer? Well, then go to huntakiller.com, maybe? Why not?
How about you buy Pod Life the book? Make a young man very happy.
I get so
Pod
much
Life
right.
the book, which is not for nothing, just a fantastic selection of short stories, which you have to appreciate.
Look at my history.
If you want to know about, honestly, honest statement, Pod Life the book is one of these things when historians come to podcast history, that's going to be an invaluable resource for them. Because this was a contemporaneous account of podcasters and their views. So I'm just saying, pick up Pod Life the book. Might be worth something someday. Like, not today. It'll be worth its cover price, like any book you buy today. But 100 years from now, your ancestors, oh yes, I have an original mint-in box Pod Life the book. Say, oh goodness, that's one of the great historical records of the podcasting.
And you'll find out I am right.
I will pay you 1,000,000 bazillion Cougarants for that. I don't know. I don't know what money will be in the future.
How dare you?
Might be Bitcoin. Lilith left us.
Bitcoin again. Yeah, because I wanted her thoughts. I guess we can start without her because I think the big story of the week is the Snyder Cut coming to HBO Max.
You mean the Snyder recut? Let's call a shelter half an entrenching tool.
Well, I guess
they're spending another $20 million.
Yeah, I know.
To make this presentable.
I'm a DC fan, just like I'm a Marvel fan. I'm a Batman fan, but I'm just like, is this worth it? You know what? I think the only people who really, the fans want this, but the only people this is going to benefit is HBO Max because you're getting HBO Max in the news before it drops on Wednesday. And Wednesday, why wouldn't you have HBO Max drop this weekend, the holiday weekend?
Yeah. Okay.
Because they're idiots.
Yes. Okay. First off, Philip. Oh, you think? Yes, this is, and not for nothing, it's not even dropping with it. It's not like it's The Mandalorian. This is not their Mandalorian they're trotting out as their prestige piece.
But
I'm going to say it right now. What is HBO Max's prestige piece dropping day one?
I don't know. Are they going to have new content day one?
They're going to have something. Elmo tonight. Not up too late with Elmo. Which, okay, I gotta say this right now. Elmo has parents.
House of Dragons. Where they're gonna have Gremlins. I don't think anything's really dropping with it, but the cartoons. I think that's been a big thing. I think they're actually getting ready to do away with Boomerang. It's just my thing because of the things that I saw that are coming.
But listen,
I think they're getting rid of. I think they're going the Disney route and just saying, okay, all you subscriptions come here, and they're going to give everyone like their subscription will be automatically transferred. And there won't be a DCU. There won't be Boomerang
because it's already begun. Because episode 1 of Stargirl was this week, and it was on DC Universe Monday. And then CW it airs Tuesday, and I guess it's going to be like that every week. And then Doom Patrol is going to be HBO Max. So I think they're just splitting everything off. Everybody's taking their piece of DC Universe.
I mean, here's what I'm going to tell you: is that if you have a DCU subscription, now you have a HBO Max subscription. And more for your money.
Basically.
And didn't they say eventually was it Sci-Fi is going to be airing Harley Quinn? So it's like, nothing's exclusive
to DC.
Choice.
Well, I mean, okay. I mean, I don't know if it's a weird choice, but you have to circle this.
Well, because that is NBC Universal is what I'm saying. So that's why it's a weird choice.
They still live in the same neighborhood, Lilith.
And it's like mature language and stuff. You would think that why don't just air it on HBO Max?
Well, because first off, how mature is the language? And
they're dropping F-bombs and stuff, Charlie Esser.
Okay, well,
that's his point.
But that's what they have a button for, Phil. They have a button.
Yeah, but I'm saying,
they know, and unlike us, when Lilith might drop an F-bomb, they know when Harley Quinn's going to drop an F-bomb.
I'm the only one that's ever dropped an F-bomb.
Yeah, but I'm saying, but I'm saying, do you want to put Harley Quinn somewhere where you have to bleep it every 2 seconds, or just if you?
Why not? Philip, how do you think they make money on these things? It's syndication. They got to get that back out there for free so they can get money from commercials.
Yeah, but you're putting 20 million DC things on HBO Max. Why not one more thing?
Wait. Guys, you're missing my theory here.
Okay.
HBO Max was a Ponzi scheme to fund the Snyder film that nobody really wants. I swear it's an army of bots. Somebody besides Tyler that I know in real life is clamoring for a Snyder Cut.
Well, I think
that's all that I'm saying.
Well, that's what I was saying.
It's all been one big fugazi.
No, I was kind of saying I think the whole Snyder Cut thing is just the drum up publicity for HBO Max. Because every article I see about the Snyder,
they're drumming up money.
Every article I see about the Snyder Cut, I see HBO Max is going to be on HBO Max. HBO Max.
Oh shoot! You know what that actually says? That actually says they're not selling well. That they are not that pre-orders on HBO Max are not doing well. Because you think about it, they're giving away a lot of HBO Max for free. So if you have this, well, then you're getting HBO Max included.
Yeah, I'm getting it.
So they're basically giving
it's also kind of crazy. You got HBO Max, HBO Go, HBO Now. Who knows? Who knows the difference?
I know, but what I'm saying is,
what are they giving a taste? It's like you're getting like.
I think they're not selling it. I think that basically the entire reason they're saying, we'll spend another $20 million. Let Snyder put something together. Says, we'll be 6 hours. Great. It's a mini-series now. Fine. Make a mini-series.
I'm telling you, that's the Ponzi scheme.
But
the Ponzi scheme is that it's like, it's that nobody really wanted to pay for this product. And as a tie-in, I don't technically pay for HBO. HBO was included in
your package,
in my ATT TV package. Now, granted, I have it, and I watch it, and I'll probably watch all of this DC content when they put it up there.
Green Lantern, Justice League Dark, you're there for, I'm sure.
I mean, not the last one we just saw.
No, they're doing a live-action Justice League Dark on HBO Max.
Okay, will it have the guy from the TV show?
There's no new content seriously on here. Like besides like Doom Patrol, there's like stuff that's coming like Adventure Time.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Dragons prequel.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I keep hearing Green Lantern series, Justice League Dark, Doom Patrol, but it's like
they have Friends when Netflix doesn't have it. That's their prestige.
Well, that's what I was going to say. There's nothing new coming on Wednesday, but hey, old white people. Hey, Friends is coming. I was just watching Friends on cable today.
You know, the thing about, because that's the thing, is like Disney Plus, yes, it has a big backlog, but they had their prestige new content, which was The Mandalorian, which kicked butt. It became the most memeable thing from Disney Plus. Mm-hmm. It reinvigorated Star Wars. It made Star Wars actually something people liked again. So that's saying something. If you know anything about Star Wars fans, you know that the fact that The Mandalorian was like beloved among Star Wars fans tells you that this has got to be really good.
Well, once again, it's like
it's because there was no woman at the forefront. Like, let's just be honest. If we're going to talk about Star Wars fans, let's just be honest here.
They're bad people.
I mean, again, DC Universe was there first, but it's like, who cares if you're there first?
But terrible.
Yeah, Disney. Hey,
their interface, everything about it was confusing.
Lilith, I know you.
They knew HBO Max was coming, and they did it anyway because they wanted money because they're greedy.
Lilith,
and now they're double dipping, and nobody likes it.
I know, Lilith. Yeah. Well, again, they were there first, but meanwhile, they're still trying to catch up to Disney Plus. And again, Lilith, I know you hate Disney, but you have to admit they do surgical strikes. They have everything planned out, even if they take longer. They got a battle plan. They stick to it.
I say the fans need a Kickstarter, and we buy DC TNT.
Yes.
Let's just do it. Honest to God, I'm willing to put my money where my mouth is about that.
All right. Hey.
But the thing is,
the way that they're ruining DC's brand, it should be worth 10 cents on the dollar about that.
Lilith, start the petition. We'll spread it.
Lilith, that's their perspective. Once they have grounded into the dust, once nobody cares about Superman anymore, then we can buy it and then we can make it great again. But we have to have
that money to strike while it's hot, so we have to start now, guys. That's all that I'm saying. I'm going to be on Twitter pitching this idea, so be sure to follow me.
Hey, start the petition. We will spread it. Like herpes, we will spread on the internet.
Because I'm literally this close to boycotting DC altogether. I'm very close. From the things that I'm hearing behind the scenes, I hate it, and I'm about to y'all about to have Riverdale memes up on this podcast.
Hey,
and I apologize.
Hey, break it, break it. What's going on?
After reading some Red Circle Heroes, man, I am down for an Archie Comics revival within the superhero space. I'm all about the Fly right now, quite frankly.
Lilith.
Hopefully they do it better than what Scoob tried. Like, the thing about Scoob is people were expecting, like, people are hating on it. I think that it's an okay movie. It's just not what you were expecting. It wasn't a mystery. It was a, hey, we have an expanded universe too. Get it? Yeah, we're superheroes.
I mean, I haven't purchased Scoob yet. We all know it. I mean, yeah. Spoilers, yes. Apparently, Dick Dastard leads in it in a small, maybe a small role, maybe a big role. I don't know.
It's not so small.
You know, what's his name? The octopus. I forget the octopus's name, but he's in it.
They're literally trying to spin out movies from this movie. And it was like, that's not what we come for Scoob for, you know?
Yeah.
If you want to, we got Captain Caveman and all that too, but
Captain Caveman I'm down for. As long as he still has the Teen Angels.
Warner Media Production.
I like Captain Caveman with the Teen Angels. I don't like Captain Caveman in any project without the Teen Angels. I'm just gonna be I'm real hardcore on that. I don't want my KV Jr. I love KV Jr. the way that any father would love a son, but it's like, you know, that's like when they tried to put Captain Caveman in the Flintstones.
I hated it.
Oh yeah,
hated
and
it.
KV Jr. I mean, I'm not even a guy that dislikes Scrappy Doo. I love Scrappy Doo. And I don't mind KV Jr. I don't mind
sacrilege.
Me and Tristan were having a whole thing. Me and Tristan, we're like, oh, we hate you haters. You know?
Meanwhile, one of my dogs is named Scrappy.
Yeah, I'm just saying,
So,
you know, we don't like all the hate given out to stuff just because it wasn't your cup of tea or it ruined your childhood. You know, I'm sorry, if your childhood wasn't ruined by Andre the Giant's heel turn,
hate Scrappy Doo. So, to be fair.
Yeah, I know the creators don't like Scrap because he was a corporate mandate. But, then I start to think, oh, well, the creators just, artsy-fartsy, people who don't like corporate mandates. It's like, dude, you want to do this for a living. You want to have a nice house and a nice car. Just talk to corporate and make it better. You can always make it better.
But yeah, I mean, I think to Charlie's original point, it's like, yeah, HBO Max really doesn't have anything right now at launch date. So it's like, hey, like a week before it drops, hey, let's announce, hey, we're going to do the Snyder Cut on HBO Max. What all the fanboys
in 2021.
I know, but
exactly. Like, can't they say, oh, and the new season of Doom Patrol drops,
the
new season of Green Lanterns drop?
You would think. I mean, you would think at least Doom Patrol's probably coming before the Snyder Cut.
Well, definitely.
Way before.
Doom Patrol's coming. They've shot.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I get that COVID, stomped on a lot of people's parades.
Well, I hear some TV shows, they are editing, but it's slower now because everyone's doing it from home. Because it's like, you send the footage to the music guy, he does his thing, then you send it to the special effects guy, he has to do his thing.
You mean the way it's always
done,
been?
but it takes more time.
Yeah, but I thought sometimes you could get people like in the same room at the same time. It's everyone is doing it one at a time.
You can, but not everybody wants to. That's the thing. It's like, it is the COVID apocalypse. Mm-hmm. People don't necessarily want to go outside.
And play.
It was funny. I was actually reading an old tweet of mine about like the rapture, which was like apparently a few years ago. And it was like,
is that what happened?
I guess the rapture did happen. We just were all too sinful, so none of us got raptured. And welcome to the end times, kids.
No, the super collider knocked us into the bad reality.
We're in the end game now, kids.
Oh, you just assume we were in the good universe beforehand, Phil. That's the problem. That is such universal privilege. That we must be the good universe.
All I remember is the Charlie Esser. All I remember.
Let's just be honest.
All I remember is the Charlie Esser I used to know didn't have a mustache. Now he has facial hair. So don't tell me we're not in the mirror universe, Charlie Esser.
First off, don't act like my facial hair is not a constantly changing mosaic. There
is no constant facial hair in the Esserverse.
This was purchased many years ago. When I had the bald head and the stash. The bald head and the stash is back. The stash is a bit more aggrandized this time.
It's back, baby.
But I'm loving it. This was the first time I had the stash long enough to really do something with. So, but yes, that's my mug, my favorite mug.
But I mean,
respect the stash.
I mean, like I was saying at the start, it's like I'm a DC fan, I'm a Batman fan, but it's like I really don't care about the Snyder Cut. It's like, okay, can anyone? I can't think of one, so correct me if I'm wrong. Has anyone ever seen a movie or anything where it's like you really don't like it, and then they add the extra footage or the director's cut or whatever, and you're like, okay,
the Snyder Cut of Superman 2.
Okay, I'll give you that. It was better. The Donner Cut was better. But did it
That's the only one ever.
Did it really? Yeah, but did it really boost it in your eyes or just a little bit?
It did, because if you watch that and then you watch Return of Superman, Superman Returns, it makes a difference. Where you watch the regular cut, it makes no sense.
Okay.
So honestly, for me, it does. It left out a lot of stuff.
Yeah. So Superman Returns is based on the Snyder or the Donner Cut.
Yes.
So, and I guess that's the gold standard then that they're trying to recreate. Except if right now they're saying, oh yeah, they might make it into a miniseries and it's going to be 6 hours long. Then immediately it's like, okay, so it's 6 hours of which you've already seen.
But what's the point? That universe is dead.
Well. Maybe this is an attempt to resurrect it, because
do you think they think that like the fan outcry once they see this is going to be so great that they're going to be like, oh, you have to bring all these people, all these actors back?
All I know is your two main leading men are problematic AF, and people are over it. So move on.
Just the two.
Yeah.
I mean, Affleck, Cavill, Ezra Miller, Jason Momoa.
Well,
how are any of them not a problem?
Even Momoa's not a lead.
Yeah, but I'm just saying. But I'm just saying.
He's not problematic. He just has issues that his wife won't pay attention to him, so he has to force the rest of the world to pay attention to him.
But I'm just saying, every man. I'm just saying, every man in the Justice League is problematic. I mean, don't just say the main two. I mean,
you were going to leave Jeremy Irons alone. First of all, he's the only. Unproblematic.
No. I said
he's an Alfred.
No, I said
Justice League. That's pure bad.
Yeah, I said League members. Yeah, no. Jeremy Irons is fine.
Well, he was there to be fair.
J.K.
He was basically a league member in that movie.
J.K.
But so was Lex Luthor, and he was the most problematic of all. So
we don't talk about.
I was just talking Justice League. I wasn't even dipping into the mess that was Batman.
You're right. He didn't make it to Justice League.
Oh no!
Although he's probably in the Snyder Cut.
Oh, that's what I was gonna say.
Let's be honest.
Oh, Lilith.
Well, the only thing that I would be excited for is supposedly Martian Manhunter.
Oh,
supposedly.
I was gonna say Lilith. Could we get more?
And black suits for men.
Lilith.
That's it. That's the only two things.
No, I was gonna say, could we get an extended end cut with your boy as Deathstroke?
Well, Joe Manganiello says there is one, and he would like that to be in that cut. So,
come on, DC. Lilith wants to watch out with the sound off. DC, come on.
But no,
it's the only movie I can.
But here's the thing: if you're going to make a 6-hour movie for 2 minutes of footage, is that logical?
And again, it's like
what in those 2 minutes?
Of course, it's logical.
6 hours. Think about this. They're saying, "Oh yeah, we could turn."
Scorsese.
And I mean, think about this.
Overindulgent.
And think about this.
Okay.
Think about this. We could turn this mess around if you give us the amount of 2 Avengers Endgames to fix it. Really?
Exactly.
Yeah. It's.
If you need 6
the
hours,
universe is dead. Move on. Make Gal Gadot Wonder Woman. Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman. The Heart of You universe. Have a team up with Shazam. Forget about Momoa. Sorry, guys. We got on from that.
Yeah.
ISIS never nice love triangle.
You know.
No, we have. Well, Stargirl is on TV though, so I was gonna say we could get a little Stargirl action.
But yeah,
Stargirl is in the Justice Society universe. She can hop universes.
Well, technically, so was he. So we can make it work. I think
we can do this. But I always loved the Shazam ISIS. I always loved ISIS more than Shazam. I'll be honest.
I wonder why. Hubba.
Well, actually, mostly I just she wasn't touring the country with a creepy old guy in an RV. So she had an established career as an Egyptologist. She actually had a job in life before superheroism, and I appreciate that.
But to be fair, hitchhiking was the thing back then. So to be fair.
To be fair, yes. Hitchhiking, you can have a grand adventure hitchhiking. Sure. I don't know if you can nowadays. People don't pick up hitchhikers.
Hell no. Hell no.
But yeah, I mean, if you need like a freaking miniseries to wrap up, to clean up a 2-hour movie, is it worth it?
No.
Is it really going to be this huge masterpiece? I'm sorry, Tyler. I'm sorry, James, but this is not going to be a masterpiece. It's going to
be a polished turd. This is my line for the whole Snyder Cut.
Don't say that. Don't say that. Don't say that.
Y'all need to stop.
Hey, don't say that. It's not going to be polished.
Exactly. Thank you, Phil.
I was giving
it's an assumption that it'll be polished. I think it's going to...
Well, I mean, it's a working cut. It's a working print that they're going to edit down into a movie.
Yeah. What I'm going to say is...
by definition, is polishing it.
Here is the thing with Snyder.
Yeah, polishing it.
Snyder makes amazing cells of film, where in the same way that you might buy a cell of animation, I can absolutely see you wanting to buy a cell of a Snyder film. That the pathos he puts in each cell of that frame is amazing. The problem
does it connect with the rest of the story he's telling?
Exactly.
No, but it's pretty to look at.
It's pretty to look at for 1/1000th of a second until it's gone. And that's essentially the problem with Snyder as a director, which is why he loves the slow motion. He loves all sorts of things. He loves
overindulgent. Yes.
Yeah. And it is beautiful.
Sparta.
I will never say, everyone, it's so dark. That can be beautiful. It can be a beautifully made film. But a film is not just the pictures, you know? You need words and pictures.
And a story.
Are we saying Snyder should bring back the film era? Is that what we're saying, Charlie? Because I feel like that's what we're saying, and I could kind of agree and get behind
I'm actually totally down with that, and not for nothing, the silent film era never went away. You know, Wall-E was, as people have said, it was 90% of silent film. You know, you can do a silent film in the modern era,
all right,
and make it a great and beloved film.
All right, let me sum up their whole approach with one of the classics.
I just show up and look pretty and spout big words, and then I'm done.
It looks pretty.
You know what? Yeah.
It looks pretty. They
throw out that pile, and I hope he never hears this podcast. I'm just gonna say it. David S. Goyer. He's on that pile too. He ruined Constantine. I'm over it. I will forever be bitter. We are now mortal enemies. Deal with it.
Penny dabbler.
Oh.
Anyways. So, yeah.
So HBO Max is a mess, but I'm still getting it the day it drops. In summation, because I want to watch Friends because I'm trash.
I get it the day it's...
And Rick and Morty, too.
Yeah, I was going to say, Charlie and Esther and I are going to be there because we're getting it free, so...
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. I think 90% of the people who are going to be there are going to get it for free the day it drops. And I think they maybe held back content because
of that, because it's free for a year, right?
Something
if you
like
have
that,
Verizon, it's free for a year. I know some of them are 90 days.
But it's sort of this weird thing where it's like, well, okay, it's so okay. My wife found something on CBS, which is somebody gets murdered on CBS, apparently. So apparently we're keeping it because my wife found something. So, oh, look, people are getting murdered. I like that.
Murder,
so she found a murder show to watch. I think it's called Interrogation or something like that.
I didn't know we were married, Charlie. That is like a me reason all the way to keep something.
That's just look, I have no problem paying for things. I just want someone to get use out of it.
Hey, Captain Pike is coming. Don't tell me you don't have a reason to keep CBS All Access.
Yeah.
Hey,
well, if I can get the TV to work with it, like the main TV doesn't work with CBS All Access.
Oh yeah, loud noises. Turn this TV off. Yes,
they got weird sound cues on my TV, and it's like, ugh.
And I
got the new TV. I just gotta. That's the thing.
And I told you, watch Star Trek Discovery because I told you last week, Captain Pike is in season 2 of Discovery, but you know who's in season 1 of Discovery? I think we talked about this before. There's at least 2 appearances of Rainn Wilson as Harry Mudd.
Oh, yeah, we did discuss that.
Oh, see, this
but
I
Charlie
did not
might have
know.
forgot.
Yeah, he forgot.
Well, maybe you guys discussed on one of your 800 podcasts you guys do without me. So you guys do a lot of podcasts without me, you know.
Did you watch Stargirl this week?
No, I did not.
Well, that's what we podcasted about this week.
You like me.
I think I would love Stargirl. I just have to go to the CW app, and
which is pretty functional. Like I think it's one of the best mobile apps.
The CW app is actually pretty great. It's a really good app, so I have no problems with that. But yes, I
did not get to watch shows from there.
Yeah, I just have to actually open it up and use it. I just to go into the details on it, the problem is that the new TV has standees that it stands on, and I know that it's larger than the stand that my current TV is on, so I have to move things around to get it to stand up. And because we're having the construction guy fix the bathroom right now, it's a whole to-do. So, yeah.
Just watch it on your like a normal person.
Yeah,
watch it on the phone in the bathroom like a normal person. Would you?
Justice League Dark,
in the bathroom?
Was on my phone.
That's where it bonged.
Oh,
well,
that is bathroom break content.
It was a film that would have been helped if they said, "Hey, if they had said, as Phil said, the culmination to the 800-part saga of the DC animated universe."
I mean, people would have made fun of them, but if they would have painted that as the Avengers Endgame of that DC animated universe, I mean...
It deserved it. It was very unceremonious and rushed. Just saying, it deserved it.
And again, they kind of just threw it out there. It's like, oh yeah, here's the last one.
Yeah.
Because they're starting a new one this summer with that Superman movie. animated movie. So
Superman Man tomorrow, yeah. But Lilith, you
Did you say Diaper Man?
Superman.
Oh, I thought you said Diaper
Basically
Man.
the same thing.
Well, there's a Diaper Man.
Don't tell Tyler.
It's underwear, not diaper.
No, but
Are
it
we
wasn't.
sure?
Yeah, he was Diaper Man, and it was an old cartoon in the late '60s. I want to say it was called The Mighty Heroes, but I could be mistaken. Had Strong Man, Weather Man, Diaper Man, Cuckoo Man. They were Rope Man. They were awesome. There were a lot of superhero cartoons when I was a kid. So that were actually made before I was a kid, but that got replayed on Saturdays because, syndication was a thing back then. And, you watch cartoons on Saturdays and you liked it. And if you missed
it. You woke up late.
That's right. Thank God.
Spoiled kids.
Thank God Spider-Man and his amazing friends came on late on a Saturday morning. Anyway. But, no, look.
Although Disney XD is now running their weekend cartoon block without commercials as their big weekend wake-up cartoons.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, well, they know.
Making it so
it's Disney, Lilith. You can
I don't really watch any Disney animation anymore. So,
They get the trains to run on time.
Finally,
if you were under the train, you shouldn't have been
time.
sitting on the tracks.
Can you just be honest though? It took a long time for Disney to get its programming together for young people. Like Disney Channel was an absolute train wreck, and at least until I was in high school, 2000.
Oh yeah,
2000, the 2000s were we had our Lizzie McGuire's and our That's So Ravens, but everything else was a mess.
They
didn't get it together to grab balls, maybe even feel verb I venture to say.
And that's the story of Disney is it took them a long time to get there. And that's the problem with everybody.
After Rescue Rangers and all that went off, it was 10, 15 years before they ever got their mojo back.
Hey,
but the point is, and this is Warner's problem, is they don't want to do the labor.
Well, again,
they want to get to that. They want to get to Disney sing-along level ABC, and it's like, dude, you can't even get it one universe right yet.
It's the
make a universe.
It's the tortoise and the hare, and guess who crosses the finish line?
Or not make a universe. Try the opposite. How about that?
Well, but the thing is,
there is shared universe fatigue.
I don't
in a
think
world
there
of
is.
binging, people kind of are getting fatigued.
I'm going to tell you this, Lilith. I think people are tired of bad universes. I don't see anyone getting tired of shared universes when they're done well. I think that
I don't know, man.
Okay, Mandalorian.
We'll see how Phase 4 pans out, bro. That's all I'm going to say. We'll see how Phase 4 pans out.
Mundo.
I mean, I don't know. I can't say. I know that people really liked the Netflix shared universe, which was tangential to the MCU universe.
Yes.
People love, the current animated Disney universe that is kind of shared, and the more shared they make it, they find that people really get engaged. When people think there's an Easter egg to look for, they watch it more than once. And if you are a person who makes content, what you want is rereading. There was a great line by Seinfeld where he says, why do you read the same book more than once? It says, because, the second time you read Moby Dick, Ahab and the whale becomes great friends. And the reason that it's funny is because you realize, oh, no, the book never changes. But if suddenly there's content that you can find in there that you didn't know before, or that ties into it, or even just accidentally, like Rick and Morty, just ties in because they said, hey, remember that thing we did? Let's call back to
Take
that.
a drink.
And suddenly, just because you don't watch it, Phil, doesn't mean we have to take a drink.
Yeah, you didn't even watch The Good Place. You shut up, Phil.
Don't make me and Lil talk about Uploaded right now, because that's a great show.
Oh my God, we do need to talk about Uploaded, though. It's the best show you're probably not watching.
Charlie talked to himself about Upload last week on Super Connectivity.
Did I can't remember anything I say on this show.
It's 10 episodes, Philip. Come on.
Yeah, it's not much. It's like, it's like I'm not okay with this.
Let me think about it.
It's 22 minutes each
that was very
episode.
quick. Those were 30 minutes.
Let me think about this.
How about new?
Fine, Philip. Be uncultured. Be uncultured, Philip. It's fine.
Okay, miss. I'm starting a farm in my front yard down there in Florida. Yeah, talk to me about who's uncultured.
Not her front yard,
Hey,
Lilith.
farmers can be sophisticated.
Okay, front yard and backyard. Okay, I get it.
Just
where's the drop?
I get it.
Party in the front and the back.
all I'm saying is, first of all, I will say Uploaded is a very good film. Amazon is so for disconnected universes, I'll say Amazon is pretty dang good at making great standalone pieces where they build up, just great content. I mean, it helps when you have $1 billion and no overhead.
Yeah, people do get to run pretty wild over there.
Yeah, that's the thing, and that's sort of the Netflix model. Except Netflix is built on debt. Amazon is built on basically here's $100 a year. Go make me things I want. Give me things I want. I'll pay for the extra things, but just get them to me quickly.
Make me the things.
Yes, we're all the emperors of Rome now on Amazon Prime. If you can afford that $100 a year, you're like, if you can drop $100 one day, or maybe it's like 120 now. I don't know, but it's like, yes, get it to me quickly, and then also give me something to make me laugh. And
but to be fair, though, Amazon is its own different beast, completely separate, because it's like, not only do you get, this podcast is not sponsored by Amazon, but for the love of God, if they want to sponsor us, we will freaking take it. No, but it's like you get unlimited photo storage, unlimited music, and then I get free TV show. Well, not free, but I get access to these really cool TV shows that probably wouldn't be made anywhere else, and I get to vote what shows get to stay and pilots get to be made. What?
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's Jeff Bezos' thing. He understands bread and circuses.
Nailed it.
He does.
If you want to rule the empire, you've got to give people what they want. And really, people don't want that much. They want to not get, punched in the face every day. They would like to have food, and they'd like to see a nice show.
And they would like their food delivered now, within 2 hours, damn it.
Well, I think people have much lower standards. I think they're overshooting, but it's fine. You know what? But I'm old. I'm an old man, and I'm used to I'm used to waiting, so I'm okay with that.
Everybody's making fun because they're like, well, how'd your life change? I'm like, not much. I didn't like to go out that much, and I already had all my stuff delivered to me. Oh.
Lilith just has to wait longer.
Amazon made it possible for me to be a hermit, and I love it.
I was going to say, Lilith just has to wait longer for
one of my longest relationships.
Lilith just has to wait longer for her Amazon packages. That's the only way her life has changed.
Be gentle with the package.
Not in my area. I'm near a very big warehouse.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I doubt she does. I mean,
Tampa's one of
a major market.
One of the biggest.
Yeah.
Hello, Megan.
No, I do think all billionaires are evil. Don't get me wrong. But
don't get me wrong. Yes, this is why I aspire to be a billionaire.
You're halfway there. You're evil.
Not be a billionaire. That's just a piker's game.
You're just evil, Lilith.
Anyway, you got to figure out how to get this.
In the BoJack Horseman universe, you get away with murder, and it's in the Constitution.
Some men just want to watch the world burn.
I miss BoJack.
Yeah, good old BoJack. Yeah, and that's but like I said, that's the thing is that Netflix is amazing, but Netflix is the Ponzi scheme. Netflix
they're gonna rule the day. You better get out while you can.
Well, no, I think Netflix can make it work. I think because Netflix is running an attrition model. Netflix is basically the Soviet Union. They're just going to keep on sending waves and waves and waves of content.
And meanwhile, people are just in line waiting for toilet paper. And bread.
Not for nothing. It's like, yeah, that's the thing. It's like, Netflix is built on debt. It's built on something they can't sustain unless they can sustain it just long enough that it becomes profitable. And
here's hoping.
That's
really the only competition for Disney. It's just like I have to support Netflix, unfortunately.
Well, I mean, Netflix and Amazon, and that's where we get into this idea about, HBO Max coming into here, trying to, as Homer once said, shove another snack down another salty snack down America's already glutted market. When Marge had the pretzel business, it's just this problem that they're getting in there too late, and they're not getting in there with any kind of best foot.
They're trying to ram it in there.
There's not something they're showing up with that makes you. So, for example, had they said, "Oh yeah, day one, we're starting the Snyder Cut. It's a 6-part series. It's about 6 hours long, but it's going to be Zack Snyder's Justice League, and it's going to be awesome."
Yeah, what's this Tony Snyder think he's doing?
I don't know. Some Snyder guy. That's Snyder guy. He makes pretzels on the side, I think.
Not Scott.
Oh my lord! I saw the best meme the other day. I'm like, how was this not a Charlie Esser meme? It was Snyder from One Day at a Time, and it was like the Snyder Cut.
That cuts my heart so beautifully.
Now that I would pay money to see.
It's okay.
I'm like, how is this not a Charlie Esser one?
I mean, that's the crux of the biscuit. Is like, that I don't know what's dropping day one that I'm excited for is problematic for HBO Max. And there's no other way to talk about it except that that's a failure. I don't think
anything new is dropping.
But why? Why wouldn't you drop something? Even if you're giving it away to free to half the people. Well, of course, on a side note, maybe you wouldn't have to give it away for free.
And again, and two, is that why you're doing it in the middle of the week? Because it's dropping on Wednesday. Again, why wouldn't you do it on Memorial Day weekend?
I'm going to go you one better.
Let that bug, baby. Maybe they some under gems, let some word of mouth float through or whatever.
Here's what I'm going to say: if they didn't want to drop new content, they could have gone the other Disney route, which is open the HBO vaults.
Yeah,
and put out,
which is what they're doing, but they're not advertising it very well.
Well, honestly, I should know. So, for example, if you told me that, oh yeah, we're going to be having Dream On day one, I would watch Dream On to heck and back. If they were going to drop,
if they have no new content,
all the HBO shorts. Oh God, I love the HBO shorts.
If they had no new content, you know what they should have did? They should have been like, hey, guess what? Every original HBO program ever is going to be on here day one.
Deadwood on repeat.
Sopranos, yeah, all of it. Boardwalk Empire,
I'm sure
all
they're
of
gonna
it.
Have all that.
Arliss.
You think
that's
all of them?
It's like
day
you
one?
Can't. Well, yeah, all of it, yes, but Sopranos, Deadwood. It's not like it's hard to find those guys.
Yeah, but I'm just saying.
What I'm saying is you got to find the stuff that people remember that they can't find.
Yeah,
like. And even if you can find Hardware Wars on YouTube, the HBO original cut, not the edited remaster.
No.
You'll find on YouTube.
You know what they need? You know what HBO they need to drop on there? Tales from the Crypt.
Yeah, that's also in heavy syndication too. That's the problem. I think a lot of HBO stuff.
Yeah, but they're probably edited though, right? I mean, you could say like the original Tales from the Crypt, unedited in its original format. And,
I'll have to check what's on Tubi.
All that fancy jazz.
They have the Saturday morning cartoon on Tubi.
Yeah, but I'm saying the original. Yeah.
Oh yeah. God, that was nightmare fuel.
It was fun. Ran a season, I mean, but that's the thing. It's like, but you could press these things about the HBO vault or about the Warner's vault.
Yeah, something.
And then really try to sell people on it,
That's what I'm saying. The only thing I've heard about HBO Max is, oh yeah, we have this stuff that's going to be coming. And it's like, it's like, oh hey, 2021 or whatever. It's just like.
Yeah.
Nothing has like a solid.
It's like they need to release whatever Warner's Song of the South is, which is probably a lot of stuff. But
so what's
honestly, have you guys been in Walmart lately?
No.
Because they're doing like the classic Warner movies with like new updated covers and stuff. Like, so I saw like Batman, Batman Returns, Batman Forever. They all have like these new cool, blank anniversary like covers and stuff.
Well, they always put out the Batmans every couple years with different new covers. Yeah.
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 So they're kind of celebrating that. So it kind of doesn't make sense why they're not like posting that on like HBO Max either. So I have questions. I have lots of questions.
Yeah.
Their publicists really dropped the ball.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Their marketing.
And again, just the splinter.
The comics.
Yeah, I guess DC Universe has the comics, but again, it's like the splintered factor. You got DC Universe, got HBO Max. It's just like Disney. Everything's in one place,
except for the comics.
Yeah.
Yeah, but comics are a niche market. I'm not even certain digital comics are going to be the wave of the future.
They're trying. I swear, especially with COVID now, they're trying to push the whole. I swear that whole digital comic thing, and it's like, how about no?
Well, it's not even like how about no. It's just like
I don't like it.
It's fine, but the problem is that when I go to a comic store and I see all of it displayed, there's a lot of impulse buy.
Yeah.
That's the thing, is like I don't think you get the impulse buy in digital that you do in a store.
No,
and I think that
and you're screwing the stores, and it's like you don't get that. Like I think you said, you walk in the store, you get to talk with the people who are interested in this stuff too.
You get a society.
Yeah.
You get a human interaction, and. I'll say this, Marvel used to have a great message board for human interaction, and they've shut that down. I don't know what happened to a lot of the message boards. Maybe I don't know how to get on them anymore. But
I don't know if a lot of people do message boards anymore. Any of the sites, I don't know if they do a lot of message boards anymore.
I know, but I used to love those, and I mean, I actually, had a little bit of fame with my fan theories on a couple of the boards where people say, Charlie knows about this thing, and he makes a great point about, why the thing only has 4 fingers.
I don't know. I don't know if like there was too much upkeep on them. Maybe they count on social media now because it's like, hey, Facebook's free, Twitter's free, why not? Just let the people discuss it there.
Nothing's ever really free,
Yeah, but I'm just, but I'm saying, Marvel or Disney doesn't have to pay for upkeep on a message board because they're like, hey, we don't got to pay Facebook to do this or.
Well, I think everyone started going to some kind of app system. I think Discuss is a popular app for message boards now.
Yeah.
So I think when you get to comments, you have to create your Discuss account. Then you have to, one of the biggest problem with a lot of these accounts is they will log you out eventually. It's like, don't log me out.
And Reddit, right, Lilith?
It's like, it's the device. It's the device. Just know I'm here, okay? Don't make me try to remember whatever random password I created 6 months ago and what email I created it on,
Well, that's your fault for not using an email. Not using the same email. That's your fault.
Well, I usually do, honestly. That's why my main email is full of a lot of spam. Fingers crossed, Publishers Clearinghouse. They love me. I go there every day.
Hey, and if Publishers Clearinghouse doesn't come through, that Arabian prince, I'm sure, will leave you his fortune.
No, that's just ridiculous. Publishers Clearinghouse does give lots of money away to people every year. It's documented. Okay. It's
because I've seen it on TV, and that's all true. Everything on TV is always true, right?
No, Philip. You actually can actually look up this. Unlike a scam, there are actually published data on the subject where you can find, this is the Publishers Clearinghouse winner from this year. And there's actually an entire legal mechanism that is in charge of keeping track of these kinds of sweepstakes because they're literally legal gambling and the government wants their cut. So if you say you gave someone $1 million, the government wants their cut.
Oh,
the government says,
yeah.
Where's my money? And so if you say Larry got the money, they're going to say, Larry, you got money? And Larry's going to say, I don't got no money. They never gave me no money. And they're going to well, then Publishers Clearinghouse, why'd you say you gave Larry all this money?
Where's my money?
So, where's my money?
The U.S. government comes up in their big hat and pin cane and says, "Where's my money?"
Yeah, the Publishers Clearinghouse, American Family Publishers apparently is not online, but Publishers Clearinghouse is. You go online, you watch a couple ads, you click through the thing, you get entered in a thing that might win you $1 million someday. Well, now they're doing the $5,000 a week for life or the $7,000 a week for life.
Yeah,
because they're trying to. Because basically it's old people like me who go online and go click, 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 click. And might say, you know what? I could use a new pedometer. The wife wanted a pedometer because her phone doesn't have one at the moment.
Again, because the wife wanted it. I'm keeping CBS All Access because the wife wanted it. The wife wanted the pedometer.
Yeah, of course the wife wants. Dude,
twirl that mustache, Charlie Esther.
Something, you give your wife something. I don't know what universe you live in.
There's my drop.
But if your
There's
wife
my drop.
wants something, you give your wife something. I don't understand that
There's
idea.
my drop.
Oh, I don't know, wife. I don't know, wife. I don't think you can have that. I've said no. No. That's not how you have a wife, okay? I mean,
yeah, baby.
I'm not judging your relationship, Philip.
No, I'm not saying, but I just think there's stuff you want, but you're like, oh yes, I'll keep it because the wife wants it.
No, it's honestly, I was actually ready to get rid of CBS All Access because I'm sorry,
Harry Mudd.
Yeah, is it the Harry Mudd show, or does he show up twice? And that's the thing about the extended universes everyone's trying to build.
Harry Mudd shows up a few times, but Captain Christopher.
It's just like that Rescue Rangers cameo on DuckTales. Woo. Is it a tease or is it not a tease?
Just like Lil.
But see, they're young. So I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt. I'm going to say, you know what, DuckTales, maybe you're going to deliver me a Rescue Rangers off of this. Maybe you're going to build onto this. Maybe we're going to go to St. Canard someday. Because we keep on talking about St. Canard. I want Baloo to meet Launchpad, and I will just have the best day ever.
I don't know what's going on.
And they got to have a race.
Well, no, I want Baloo and Launchpad to team up because Launchpad is like more lackadaisical than Baloo. And to have Baloo have to be the straight-laced guy, I just love that idea of him like I don't want to do this. I don't want to be the straight-laced guy. And Launchpad like, nope, we just the flyy thing goes up. That's what I do.
Gobble gobble.
Boing?
What?
Yeah. No, Tristan wants to put on something else. So he's going to go to YouTube probably. Yep, there he is. So I'm going to have to watch Lego Batman fight.
So DC had a lot of comics this week for some random reason. None of them were good.
I mean,
except for one.
I mean, I only got two. There's only two that I usually get: Red Hood and Justice League. That's the only. That's the only physical. Hey,
man, you're missing out on Superman. Jimmy Olsen, number 10. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, Jimmy Olsen,
I like
number
that book.
Yeah.
Red Hood continues to be in a decline of garbage state. So
but at least Bizarro and Artemis are back.
Finally, I don't like you're billing it as Red Hood and the Outlaws. Most people showed up for the Dark Trinity because the regular Trinity, freaking sucks. You would think they would build on that. It's very frustrating.
You see, this is why you need comic book stores. Because in a comic book store, I would have seen this. And I might have said, you know what? I have a light week, which I don't because I have I'm buying $50 worth of comic books that all old comic books I'll never read. Like classic magazine comic books. But, if this was regular times, I was walking, I'd think, oh, it's Red Hood and the Outlaws. Why don't I see what they have to do today?
You didn't get Green Lantern, Philip?
What Green Lantern?
Emerald, Twilight, New Dawn? You didn't get that?
No. Wait, what?
Wait. How can it be a New Dawn if it's the Twilight?
What's Emerald, Twilight, New Dawn? What?
Yeah, it was out. I don't know if it was digital first. I'm not sure.
Oh.
It's a collected trade, but one of them's it's Hal Jordan.
That sounds like a made-up title. I'm just going to say that right now.
And again, the comic book industry is shooting itself in the foot right now because it's like you don't know half the time what's coming out, physical now, what's going to digital now because half the books from Marvel and DC went digital now. So it's like you're in the middle of an arc and it's like, hey, I can't finish it, physically now. Hawkeye, Freefall, Ghost Spider.
Yeah.
Yeah, but in those situations, again, like I said, so I know everything that came out print because my comic book guy lists everything print. But if I just see Red Hood and the Outlaws, number 23, that's not attractive to me.
Exactly.
I need to see the cover. I need to see Red Hood and the Outlaws, number 23. This time, Bizarro eats a sandwich. And then, possibly, I have no idea what's on the cover. But the idea that, oh, hey, why is Bizarro eating that sandwich? Is he eating a sandwich? No. But in that concept, you build out that idea that that's what's attractive. That's the impulse buy of the comic book. That's why, actually, I'm not big in variant covers, because I think, dude, you need to have your covers be an impulse buy. You need people to see that cover and say, I want to know what's going on in that book. You need people to judge that book by that cover. And then they're like, no, we're just doing a complete white cover. It's a variant. It's like, why would I buy that?
Well, it's for people who want to get autographs.
But yeah, the comic book industry, it's in a weird spot right now. I think we can all agree on that.
Did you pick up Red Sonja?
What?
Nobody read Red Sonja number 15?
Nope. I don't read Red Sonja if she's not by Marvel.
Oh, you're missing out.
Fair enough. I mean, it's entirely possible, but I barely read anything. If it, it may be a great arc, but again, talking about universes, I want to be invested in this stuff.
Great.
I want to know.
Red Sonja don't need no man, Charlie. Okay.
I need her to have a universe, though. That's the thing. I don't need her to have a man. I need her to have a universe. I need to know where she belongs and what her purpose is in that story as a whole.
Where does the woman belong, Charlie Esser? Huh? What are you saying?
All people belong somewhere.
That wildebeest.
Hey, she can kill that wildebeest, and I hope she cooks it because she shouldn't have guns.
Are you saying the woman should cook it, Charlie Esser? Is that what you're saying?
I'm saying that if you kill the wildebeest, you should eat the wildebeest, and you should probably cook it first. Because game meat can be very tricky when it comes to parasitic infections.
It's 2020. Don't they have plant-based wildebeest now?
Well, but she's not in 2020. She's in the Hyborian age, Philip. Come on. Get with it, Philip. They didn't have plant-based meat in the Hyborian age.
Oh, gosh.
Well, he has that, Mark Russell and Bob Q have done a Dynamite Entertainment for her story, personally. Yeah. Maybe you should give it a chance.
Yeah, I probably should. I mean, I'm not gonna say I shouldn't be reading Red Sonja because I do like Red Sonja as a character. I'm just very mad that her rights aren't at Marvel. And it's like, I'm just
hashtag petty fanboy. That
it is petty. I will not deny it. But you know what? I will not deny that it is petty. But it is still a thing to me that Conan's back at Marvel and Red Sonja is not. I read Conan outside of Marvel. I don't know, man. I mean, who owns Red Sonja? That's like one of these things. Like, is this just like a corporate entity that just stole the name?
Haven't we asked this before and we answered it?
I think so. Conversation before.
Is it like a creator-owned thing? Like Spawn? That's what. I don't know, man. I get the feeling the people who made the Red Sonja movie own Red Sonja now, and that just does not work well with me.
So.
But yeah, I'm sorry. Sorry to get all controversial.
No, that's all right. So I was gonna say we're saving Hawkeye Freefall for super connectivity, right? Because you want to
We can do it now. I mean, I read Hawkeye Freefall.
Well, I thought you wanted to do your discussion of why Hawkeye is broke Batman there.
Well, Hawkeye, I can do that elsewhere. But that's fine. No one else wants to talk about broke Batman. We can talk about.
I will,
but
I don't know about Lilith.
But then you also have Avengers Wasteland, which I also read, which was a new book this week. Again, digital only.
Mm-hmm.
Next week we get Avengers 33, which is probably the only Marvel book I'm buying. So,
I believe that starts the Moon Knight arc.
Oh, okay. Well, there we go.
So we know who's going to be reading that.
Out of the pouch, boing.
Well, I imagine so.
Oh yeah, I know. Oh, listen to that show. He's waiting for it. Like Lilith with ducks. He's waiting for it.
You know, Moon Knight's all cool. No argument there.
Yes, he's no
Batman,
but he's okay.
Batman.
I'm just going to say it's easy if you are a trust fund billionaire who doesn't have to run your own company. You know?
Nailed it.
I think that's like the biggest problem for me with Bruce Wayne is that he doesn't run his own company. It's like he's literally just a guy who lives off the largesse that he happens to be related to the people who once built a company.
He's too busy beating on the poor people, Charlie Esser. When does he have time to run a company?
I'm just saying, if, you know what would be a great story arc? Is Bruce Wayne buys a major fast food franchise in Gotham and then starts paying $15 an hour to every worker, or every line worker. And, you have to give more to your managers because that's always the thing. It's like, well, you're managing, so you have to make more than that. But going beyond that, basically, you shouldn't have to be a manager to have a living wage. And then suddenly explore the dynamics of that. That would be, because I'm old, and I would like to read a comic book that is essentially an economics textbook.
Well, you love those Star Wars prequels, didn't you?
They were pretty good, actually.
Trade talks. See,
Misa loves me some Star Wars. Misa loves me some Jar Wars. Yes, some Jar Wars.
You brainwashed the boy.
Jar Jar Binks.
Oh, you know what broke my heart? You know what else is going digital? Amazing Mary Jane.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, but I think I don't think Black Cat's staying in print, but Mary Jane's going digital. I'm like, is Black Cat selling that much better than Mary Jane?
Yeah, I can absolutely see that.
I guess. I mean, yeah, Black Cat's more superhero-y, I guess. Yeah.
Well, I mean, also Black Cat's Black Cat. Mary Jane's Mary Jane. I mean, I love Mary Jane, don't get me wrong, but it's like, there's not going to be any dramatic character arcs that come to Mary Jane. She's always going to be Mary Jane. She's going to be eternally positive. They're not going to hurt the brand of Mary Jane. Black Cat, she may be, she's going to be more villainous. She's going to be more heroic. She's going to do
if you're
this
way
and that
low.
and the other. She's going to walk that fine line.
Yeah.
Mary Jane just doesn't go there.
What you're saying, they can dirty up the Black Cat way more than Mary Jane. Or you can go
I'm saying they will dirty up the Black... I'm saying they'll make better stories with the Black Cat than they can do with Mary Jane. Basically, with Mary Jane, all of her stories have to be about her side character's arc, not hers.
And
so Mysterio has to have the arc.
Yeah.
Mary Jane doesn't really have an arc.
Well, I was going to say
she does a lot of she does her great stuff she does, but it's really Mysterio's story. It's really Mysterio's arc.
Well, I was going to say that I think it's kind of like, you could get a story where the Black Cat kills somebody, but you're not going to get that with Mary Jane.
Or will you?
I mean,
maybe she actually does take the jackpot identity this time.
Sony.
Don't get us started on jackpot.
Sony. There's so many female Spider-Man characters you could do a movie on before Jackpot was a freaking plot device at the beginning of Brand New Day.
Can we save that for Super?
Sure. I didn't bring it up. Sure. That's what I thought we were going to do.
As a dissertation. I don't want to steal that fire from Lilith if she has a dissertation. We can do Jackpot here, because I have other stuff I can talk about on super connectivity.
No. Speaking of super connectivity, I know it's getting late, so maybe on that note, we should get this thing rolling.
Lilith, let's get out of here.
On that note.
That means Lilith is tired.
On that note.
Anyway, so yes. You heard our thoughts.
Must be nice to go to bed at 9.
Sorry. Why do you want to do this? Why do you want to do super connectivity tomorrow?
No, not at all.
All right. If you guys want to talk to us about the Snyder Cut, the state of the comic books, HBO Max, anything, you can always email us, capesandlunatics@gmail.com. Call the voicemail, 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. Follow Capes and Lunatics on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all the goodies. YouTube channel, that's Linktree, linktr.ee/Capes and Lunatics. And as Charlie and I said in the beginning, remember to support the sponsors: Tweaked Audio, Hunt a Killer, Pod Life the book, now in digital and paperback. And remember, when you buy your stuff, to use the link for Amazon for Southgate Media Group. Help support the show, the network, and Rob Southgate.
Go back and look at my history. Mark my words.
Lilith.
If you nerds want to find me on the interwebs, you can find me on Twitter at Lilith Hellfire, or on Instagram at Lilith6, or because I'm a child at Lilith Hellfire69.
Hello, Megan.
Charlie, yes, sir.
Well, if you'd like to write to me in that old-fashioned email way, the way Mars and Pause once did, do so at superconnectivityblog@gmail.com. That's superconnectivityblog, all one word, at gmail.com. And of course, follow me on the internet, on the Twitter, as I live tweet Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and other things, at Charlie Esser. That's CHARLEIESSER. Look for the 2 E's in the middle.
For quality.
Bing. Thank you, Maz. I said CHARLIESSER. I just elongated it. Tristan said I was singing the song wrong. It's my theme song. I should know how it goes.
I don't know.
Reed Fleming, World's Toughest Milkman. If you like It's Always Sunday in Philadelphia, read this book.
All right, everyone. For another week, we have been your Capes.
Ampersand.
Lunatics!
That's how you do it. Duck, yeah, Lilith Hellfire. Because Lilith Hellfire is getting a duck.
Hey, ducks.
And a chicken.
Duck.
No goose!
Lilith Hellfire's going to goose you.
I used to always do ducks. Like, I'd do, 2 circles of ducks, and then do goose. Till they got lulled into submission.
Send money and help.